What if I told you that you were only 6 degrees or 6 people away from the investor of your dreams, the investor that you needed for your startup, whatever stage that you're at, the investor that's going to take that chance, YOLO their money, or introduce you to every other investor, or be that lead investor for you? It doesn't matter what stage your startup is at. What if I told you you're only 6 degrees away, 6 people away? So many founders tell me, Ed, I don't know any investors, or I've tapped everybody out. And my answer is always, that's not true, because there is a theory out there that we are only 6 degrees separated from anybody in the world. And I remember working with a company where it was about leadership development, and they would take these students and they would give them a challenge, and they'd say, by tomorrow, or this week, you need to be in the room of someone who played piano at Carnegie Hall or something like that. And all the kids would be like, that's impossible, we don't know anybody, etc. And they'll play this game, 6 degrees, go talk to everybody and find out, be strategic about it. And sure enough, the next day they are in talking with someone who played piano at Carnegie Hall. That was one example. And this over and over again. And you could pick anybody in the world, and eventually 6 degrees later, you will be connected to that person. This is a picture of Kevin Bacon. Now, I may be dating myself, but Kevin Bacon was a very popular actor in a ton of movies when I was growing up. And he's been in some classics, like some serious classics. Like one of my favorites is Tremors. Now, I'm dating myself again. You can tell that I'm old if I'm talking about the movie Tremors. A lot of you are probably just going to have to look that up. But they would play this game, and they would pick any actor, and then they would do 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. And they would say, okay, how many other movies, or 6 degrees of movies, where Kevin Bacon starred with someone who was also co-star with this person, who was in a movie with this person, who was in this movie, this person, and all the way back to Kevin Bacon. Somehow they made it happen. Now, that game might be a little dated. It's fun. You have to definitely be a movie buff. I digress for a moment, but here, I think that you should play 6 degrees of Samuel L. Jackson, because I think Sam Jackson is the equivalent of Kevin Bacon. He's been in everything with everyone. You could do 6 degrees of Sam Jackson, take that idea, run with it, do the next version of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. I'm sure somebody's thought about this, but I'd pick Sam Jackson. What is my point here? When you are raising funds, you want to go through FFAF, FFAF, okay? Friends, family, associates, fools. What that means is you have friends who know family, who know associates, who will know someone just foolish enough to invest in a startup, because let's just be straightforward. Investing in startups is completely foolish. There are so many better ways to make steadier money. The rewards are awesome. Asymmetric upside is huge, but so is the risk. Most startups fail, but hey, I'm an investor too. So I've had lots of my own startups, and startups I've invested in completely fail. Money disappear. I have no idea what's happened to it, etc. And it's just a foolish thing to do, but it's in our blood. We love doing it. So you're looking for FFAF, friends, family, associates to the fool. What you do is you start off with your friends, and you go and you show your friends your pitch deck. You ask them for advice. What do you think? Get feedback. And founders at this point in time tell me, I don't want to ask my friends for money, or I've already asked them for money. I didn't say ask them for money. I said ask them for advice. The adage, and you'll hear me say this over and over again, learn this over and over again, is if you want investment, ask for advice. If you want advice, ask for investment. Don't ask them. Don't ask your friends for investment. Just say, I want your advice. Who do you think I should talk to? Or how do you think I should go about it? Or, give me some feedback. How can I hone my pitch and have it make sense? And they'll know a family member that has got, bought Bitcoin at $250 and, is living high and, cashed out, before the big drop, before we're in crypto winter right now. Or they have an associate, they work somewhere and they just overheard that person wrote checks for startups, or, is a big investor, or just cashed out a big investment. And eventually you're 6 degrees away You just have to have the patience and the perseverance. And you have to keep at it. You're always building your 6-degree network. I have people that I've stayed in touch with, and you never know who they're connected with. And I have founders that come to me and they say, can I look through your LinkedIn and see who you know so I can get an introduction? I say, yeah, sure, go ahead. And that's how you do it. You just go through the degrees of separation. So think of it this way. If you had to get to Samuel L. Jackson, you had to eventually be in his living room pitching your investment. How would you get to Samuel L. Jackson? There are 6 degrees. Maybe you know someone who's an actor or worked on a movie set, who worked with this, knows this person, etc. That's how you get to the investor. So don't be deterred if you say, I don't know investors. And by the way, I do it this way because cold calling investors is hard. Like, it's just brutal to cold call. Imagine how many cold emails these investors get. So getting an introduction is the best way to do it. You're 6 degrees away from getting an introduction to the investor that you want, or the contact who's going to lead all the investment that you need. It's going to be great. Remember, place 6 degrees separation from that investor. Go for it. Let me know how it works for you. If you need any more advice, check us out at startups.com. We do office hours over there. You can sign up, be a part of our community accelerator. I'm always giving out advice. If you have any thoughts or comments, leave them below. Look forward to talking to you in the next video.